So look, bro, at Beyonce, we're gonna get straight into this video for the simple fact this video right here look real interesting. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. So without further ado, 10,000 likes too. I be liking to see 10 instead of them single digits, you know what I'm saying? Because YouTube don't show that. You have 7,433 likes. They don't show that no more. It just say 7K. I like to see the 10K. Look out for your boy, but here we go right here, man. Here we go right here, man.
On July 29, 2008, a mother of two named Susan Powell recorded a video where she documented the assets in her home in Utah, just in case, in her own words, something happened to her.
This is me. July 29th, 2008. It is 12:33 Mountain Time. Covering all my bases, making sure that if something happens.
For her to go ahead and be that specific on the day, the location, the time, and she knew something was finna happen to her, bro. It's something scary when, right now, if somebody said go, she wanna know your death date, when you gonna go, how you gonna go, I'll tell them no, bro. I'll tell them no. You know how, not scary, well, we could say scary. Just to sum it all up. You know how scary it is to know that you finna go or know that you about to die or somebody finna come kill you. Imagine a doctor telling you got 3 months to live. How can you even function, bro? You might as well take me right now. You can't even. She documented this shit, man.
Happens to me or my family or all of us, that our assets are documented. Hope everything works out and we're all happy and live happily ever after as much as that's possible.
The video was made on her attorney's advice, who feared that Susan's husband Josh might attempt to sell some of her most expensive assets. In the years leading up to the now infamous video's recording, the couple's marriage had been under a lot of strain. And during the recording, Susan lets on that things had been everything but peaceful between her and Josh over the past few years.
You look too good for him.
In a year or less through Home Depot on my credit. Josh bought a lot of stuff and then he had to bankrupt it. And then he bought a little bit more on my credit. There's a nice lamp.
I don't care what nobody say, bro. No, you don't marry for money, okay? You're not supposed to, but at the same time, if you marrying a divorce is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Love, for rich or for poor, for sickness and death, that shit don't count. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who came up with the divorce part when it comes to marriage. When you marry somebody, that's supposed to be it. Ain't no divorce, ain't no whoop-de-whoop-whoop. But that's your way out if the relationship not going right. You know what I'm saying? If the marriage not going right. To be financially unstable in a marriage is putting a lot of weight on your partner that is financially stable, because after a while, bro, year 1 can be great, year 2 can be great, year 3 can be great, but year 4, damn, he'll never take me somewhere. It's always on my dime. Year 5, I've been paying the mortgage. He been working at Burger. Yeah, he got a job, but Burger King ain't paying like that. Well, bro, money will end that relationship. Money will end that marriage. She walking around the house with a camera talking about he bought this, I bought that, he bought this, I bought that, he bought this, I bought that. It's crazy, bro.
These are things to roll wood with. And I had necklaces too. I don't know where those are. I just got in a rage, as you can see, and broke this. There's studs and pearls and opals in there. Broke this and threw all.
Yeah, I still gotta live together. Hate each other though.
Because he was angry at me about a year or 2 back.
Although Susan had been seeing a divorce attorney to look into the possibility of leaving her husband, they were still living together in 2009, almost a year and a half after the video was recorded. On the morning of December 6th of that year, Susan went to church with her 2 boys, after which a neighbor went to visit her, leaving her house at about 5 p.m. That night, Josh allegedly took the couple's 2 boys, Charlie and Braden Powell, on a camping trip in the middle of the night in blizzard conditions to a campsite on the Pony Express Trail.
Trying to build an alibi.
According to Josh, Susan stayed home because she was tired. The story goes that the next day, Susan's family and friends reported her missing when her 2 boys weren't dropped off at daycare. When Josh came back from the supposed camping trip with his sons, he said that when he had left the previous evening, his wife had been sleeping peacefully at home and that he had no idea what could have happened to her. After searching the couple's house in Utah, police found no signs of foul play, but things continued to get stranger as the investigation continued. Inside Susan's safe deposit box at the bank where she worked, the cops found a handwritten will and testament in which Susan alleged that Josh had taken out a $1 million life insurance policy on her a few weeks prior. Disturbingly, she also wrote, "If I die, it may not be an accident." About 10 days after she mysteriously disappeared, the authorities also found that Josh had filed paperwork to withdraw money from her.
And that's crazy, bro. She can't even go to the authorities. She can't go to the police and be like, I think my husband trying to off me. He trying to unalive me. It's no crime. Just because you think somebody, it's no crime, bro. He took out a $1 million life insurance policy on me. That's no crime. He's broke. That's no crime, bro. She had to live with this. Bro took them kids camping to build an alibi, this weird ass fool. It's like, this to me got something to do with ignoring the signs. I'm keeping 100 with you, bro. When you with somebody for a while and then you end up marrying them, you seen the bad signs, the bad traits in them before you married them. You just thought it was gonna go away, or you thought you could fix the shit. Ain't no fixing nobody. And I tell y'all this all the time. You can't change. A man or a woman can't change another man or a woman that's over the age of 30 years old. Yeah, they might act right for a year or 2, 3 or 4. They might do what you say. They might bow down to you. They might be submissive, but I promise you, bro, overall, you not changing them. That shit gonna come back out. You can't change nobody permanently. A human can't change a human. I'm sorry. You can't even change your kids, nigga. They gonna be that I promise you, bro. She seen the signs in this nigga, man. Video recording, writing, man. She didn't feel all this when she said I do. She seen all this before that. This didn't start happening when they got married, bro. She just thought it was gonna go away. Weird ass fool.
A retirement account, and he was officially declared a person of interest in the case. Suspiciously, Susan's family and friends reported that during the search efforts, Josh never seemed to show a genuine interest in finding his wife. But despite the mountain of evidence stacked against him, Josh Powell was never formally charged in his wife's disappearance. During the investigation, the cops questioned the couple's 2 sons, but it was hard to get any solid information out of them on account of their age. Even though they mentioned that Josh had taken Susan with them on their camping trip on the night of the disappearance, they also made outlandish claims, including allegations that they had arrived at the campsite by airplane. This made it impossible to use their statements as evidence that Josh was responsible for his wife's disappearance. Shortly after, Josh and his 2 sons moved back to their home state of Washington, but the authorities soon determined it wasn't safe for Braden and Charlie to be living with their father in the middle of the investigation, and Josh lost custody of the boys.
How in the hell you can do that?
This is where things get extremely disturbing.
Why you can't?
On February 5th, 2012, more than 2 years after Susan's disappearance, a state caseworker brought the 2 boys to Josh's house for what was supposed to be a supervised visit. Immediately upon their arrival, Josh locked the social worker out of the house and took the lives of both his children and himself by setting the house on fire with gasoline. If his behavior during the initial...
Damn. Usually, bro, on supervised visits, they have an officer there with them. They don't have the social worker just go out by themselves, bro. What happened? His kids and himself? Yeah, he did it to her. He did it to her. This is... Damn.
Phases of the investigation was suspicious, the unspeakable crimes Josh committed on that day in 2012 were about as clear of an admission of guilt as you can get in a case like this.
Exactly.
In the aftermath of the tragic incident, the cops started looking into Josh's brother and father, who they suspected knew more about the case than they were letting on. Even though they had solid evidence to suggest Michael, Josh's brother, had helped him conceal Susan's body, the case reached a dead end when Michael also took his own life in 2013.
Oh! Whole family weirdos. Yeah, he helped. Hold on, let me get my little picture of the whole family weirdos. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy, squad. Damn.
More than a decade later, Susan's dad won a lawsuit against Washington State for nearly $100 million on grounds of negligence and failure to protect the two children who were supposed to be in the state's custody, a big chunk of which he gave to a charity to support domestic violence survivors.
Something I wouldn't have
Almost
did.
15 years after her disappearance and murder of her two children, people still gather in Susan's hometown of Puyallup, Washington every year to pay their respects and honor her memory. The last video Susan made documenting her assets received a lot more attention after everything had happened. With hindsight, the video is portrayed in a much more disturbing light.
That's crazy.
Susan saying things like, "I'm recording this just in case anything happens," makes you wonder if she knew her husband could do something this horrible as she was filming. Over the years, Susan's father has been alerted of possible locations where his daughter's remains might be buried, including abandoned mines in Utah and other isolated locations. Sadly, every lead has turned out to be a false alarm, and it's very unlikely that Susan's remains will ever be found.
No, they won't. Rest in peace to her and her kids, but fuck them other two dudes.
Amber Tuccaro was a 20-year-old Canadian First Nations woman from Fort McMurray, Alberta. In August of 2012, she flew from Alberta to Edmonton International.
They got Mexicans in Canada? Hold on, you Mexican?
Alberta. In August of 2012, she flew from Alberta to Edmonton International Airport and booked a hotel room with her 1-year-old son and a female friend for a short vacation.
Oh, hold on real quick. My computer finna die. Oh, yeah. Hey. Hold on, squad leg.
That night, she got excited about the trip and decided to hitchhike into the city by herself, after which she was never seen again. When Amber didn't return to the hotel the next day.
Hold on, don't tell me Amber was hitchhiking with her son. What did I miss?
In August of 2012, she flew from Alberta to Edmonton International Airport and booked a hotel room with her 1-year-old son and a female friend for a short vacation. That night, she got excited about the trip and decided to hitchhike into the city by herself.
Why?
After which, she was never seen again.
Can you watch my son? I finna, what the hell? First of all, if you about to go on a trip, this makes zero sense, bro. This makes zero sense. You didn't even go on a trip to go on a vacation. You went on a trip just because of whatever, right? Right, okay, cool. Then when you get out there, you want to say, girl, can you go ahead and watch my kid? And then go out by yourself when you shouldn't even be out exploring because you got your kid with you. All y'all should be in the hotel room because you go out in the daytime when your kid is with you on vacation, not at night. You get what I'm saying? Or traveling or whatever the hell she did. And then you gonna hitchhike. It's like this, squad. You got a lot of people that are good people, even though she was probably a good person, but listen to what I'm saying. You got a lot of people that don't do nothing in life, bro. You got a lot of people that don't do nothing in life. Go home, go to work, go home, go to work, go to church, drop their kids off at school and all that type shit, right? When they go to the store, they get smoked for no reason. Boom, accidental. Well, it ain't accidental, but they get. The point I'm trying to make is, then you got some people Rest in peace to Amber. Was that her name? Forgot already. But anyway, rest in peace to her. I don't even know what happened if she passed. But if she did, it's her fault, bro. You did too many red flags when you was out of bounds, out of town, bro. You got your kid with you. You hitchhiking, you leaving the hotel room at night, you doing it, she caused this on herself. Ghost, that's messed up. Oh, well, it's my opinion.
When Amber didn't return to the hotel the next day,
you
her
gotta
friend
be a
called her
weirdo
mother,
to pick up
who
a
immediately
hitchhiker. Let's talk about that. How weird you gotta be to pick up a stranger? You ain't thinking about that? Like, why you out there hitchhiking with your thumb out? And then somebody pick you up. You not thinking like, this nigga weird for picking up a stranger. You ain't even thinking, I be thinking of all scenarios, bro. Like, why you want to pick me up? Yeah.
Called the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Soon after, Amber was declared a missing person. The authorities dug into her phone records and found that she had received a phone call while she was in the company of an unidentified man. The recording is pretty unsettling, especially since it marked the last time she was ever heard alive.
Where are we by?
We're just heading south of Beaumont, or north of Beaumont.
We're heading north of Beaumont. Yo, where are we going?
Just what?
No, this is Are you kidding me? You better not take me anywhere I don't want to go. I want to go into the city. Jeez.
She on the phone with somebody. What you mean you better not be taking me anywhere I don't want to go? You hopped up in the car with a stranger, bro. So I tell people, back in the days, your mama tell you, you don't get up in the car with no stranger. You don't do no hitchhiking, whoop-de-whoop-whoop. But we all do that today. What you mean, Ghost? Uber and Lyft? Uber and Lyft? This is crazy right here. This recording is crazy. And why is her homeboy recording? How did they get the recording of this call? Is all our phones tapped like this? Is her homeboy recording it?
Taking me anywhere I don't want to go. I want to go into the city. Jeez. Yo, we're not going into the city, are we?
We're going.
No, we're not.
Yes.
Then where are these roads going to?
50th Street.
50th Street. Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Yo, where are we going?
Wow.
50th Street.
Hop out the car.
East, right? Over down. Down.
In the recording, a male driver can be heard reassuring Amber that they're heading where she wants to go, but she doesn't seem to be buying the story and is obviously pretty distressed. On August 28th, the cops released the phone conversation, but they didn't officially start investigating the disappearance until well after a month after Amber was reported missing. Sadly, when Amber's mother pressured the cops to do something and help her find her daughter, they dismissed her and told her that Amber was probably just out partying and would turn up soon. Tragically, on September 1st, 2012, just 4 days after the audio from the eerie conversation was released, the remains of Amber's body were found on a rural property near Leduc County by a group of horseback riders. One of the most frustrating aspects of this case is how unprofessionally the disappearance was handled by the Canadian police. After just 1 month of searching, Amber was taken off missing persons list based on a series of suspicious, unconfirmed, and anonymous sightings in Edmonton, and it took her mother an entire month to get her back on the list.
Lawsuit.
By the time she was put back on the list by the negligent cops who made the unforgivable mistake, her property, which could have been used as evidence, had already been accidentally destroyed after it was recovered from her hotel. Over the years, a few women have come forward claiming to know the identity of the man in the recording, with all of them accusing the same man. The authorities say they've looked into him, but he wasn't declared a person of interest. A few years ago, another man came forward and claimed that the man in the recording was his father, an American citizen with no legal standing in Canada who had been living on a ranch in the greater Edmonton area. If the man's testimony is to be believed, his father is also responsible for several other mysterious disappearances and deaths that have taken place in the area over the last few years.
Okay, give us the update real quick.
One of the most disturbing aspects in the recording is the audible dishonesty in the man's voice, which is pretty much clear as day when Amber asks if he's sure they're going into the city, and he responds with an extremely fake "absolutely." It's also pretty messed up how the cops handled the case from start to finish, and many people suspect the cause of the unprofessional management of the case was just straight up racism against
niggas up there just too busy watching Drake. Canadian police is a joke, bro. She don't even seem like real police out there. Canada police. There's no reason that girl should be like, yeah, remind me later. I ain't about to. That's crazy, bro. They look like security guards anyway.
The indigenous woman. Hopefully, we'll someday have an explanation for what happened that night to Amber Tuccaro, but for now, the case remains a pretty disturbing mystery.
I'll get at y'all in the next video, man. This one was crazy. This one was crazy. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do another one just like this one. Till next time, 100.